Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about the 5 different types of people you should stay away from if you desire to live a happy, peaceful, calm, loving life. These 5 types of people, if you open up to them, have the power, if you allow them to destroy your dreams, your goals, your desires. And that's why it's so important to be able to spot them out, weed them out of your life, or put up boundaries around your interactions with them. I found this to be relevant in my own personal experience. They have the power to kill the spirit of your dream, kill that inspiration you may have. And while it can be seen as malevolent, and it really is, I'm going to take a compassionate approach to these concepts that these people lead their life with. And the reason why I'm choosing to do that is so that maybe instead of shunning them or condemning them, you may find that it's important that you're equally as compassionate. But it takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of inner work and just knowing that you and that person are separate. And the reason why this matters, again, is because if you have a dream or a desire and you feel inspired to share it with people, in some ways, depending on the level of sharing, you may be looking for validation. You may be looking for encouragement and support from these people. That's why doing that inner work, doing therapy work, doing personal development work is so important, so that when you do look to your support system, you can take stock of those people and know not to go to them. The first person or the first type of person I think you should really stay away from are cynical people. And cynical people are people, in my opinion, who have had their heart broken because they're very distrustful of other people. And it's more than likely that they were valid in their distrusting of someone or in distrusting relationships because they've had multiple betrayals. If you are someone that understands fundamentally you're the person who gives power to who you decide to trust, and that at any point you can revoke that trust, and that people will always show their true intentions with their behaviors, their words, their actions, then you can attribute that to that person and not necessarily as a reflection of you. That is the work that is so important to get to, that understanding. If you found yourself in love, if you found yourself around friendships that are encouraging, that are inspiring, you feel great and good in, you find yourself wanting to be in a healthy, committed relationship, and this person's really good, you can feel that they're really good for you. If you know that you have a cynical person around you, approach it differently. Allow for this relationship to either gain time, and what I mean by that is, if you're dating someone, give it 6 months, 8 months. If you have friendships that are healthy, I would lead with caution with opening up to these people. Some people would say don't open up to these people at all. If you want to, go for it, but just be methodical. But cynics are people who have had their heart broken, who have been betrayed and hurt, and rightfully so that they feel that way. However, they haven't chosen to move beyond that. And some things in life really are unforgivable. And when I say that, I want to be mindful about what those things are. And that depends on the person. It really does. Things like betrayal and losing trust in someone, depending on the caliber of the betrayal, it's really hard to come back from. It really is hard to trust and put your faith in people. When you build friendships, when you build relationships, the fundamental factor of the longevity and health of that relationship is if that person is also in cahoots with your own self-interest. That's why it's really important to date people that you're compatible with, to be friends with people that you're compatible with. The second type of person you want to stay away from is a petty person. People who have become petty with their actions and their behaviors and their commentary have ultimately become very protective of themselves at that point, and it kills the ability to have a healthy exchange. Now, I think we all have moments of pettiness, but I mean a person who is religiously petty. You can't have any type of breakthrough. Other levels of pettiness that have the ability to be so destructive that there isn't the opportunity for repair. There isn't the opportunity for you to move beyond the moment. And it becomes difficult to have a relationship with this person. Like I said, we're all human, we're complex creatures, so it's really hard not to be petty in some ways. The third person or type of person you should stay away from are controlling and manipulative people. People who are controlling and manipulating. And I put them both in the same category because if you're manipulating someone, you're trying to control them for an outcome in your favor. And people who are controlling are trying to control the outcome for their favor. And usually controlling goes back to safety. I don't feel safe, so if I can control you in my environment, I feel safe, I feel comfortable, I don't have to be uncomfortable. And so if I say to you, you can't do this, you can't be this, you can't achieve that, or if you have a goal or something that you need their help with and they said no. People who are manipulative, they're really just in the form using you to get an outcome that they want, that they desire. And so how does that really help you? How does that benefit you? It doesn't. And some people are very persuasive and make it seem like you doing this for them will actually help you, but it doesn't. It just only helps them. I do believe in the power of negotiation and persuasion. If I win, you win, only if there's a pliable cause of us both getting something that works in our favor, provided that that's what you said you want and you desire. However, if that's not what you want and that's not something you said you desire, it is manipulation. Oh, people are manipulative and controlling. They don't really care about your well-being. They don't care about your interests. They're simply for what is beneficial to them. They will constantly take and take and take and not give back. And you'll end up depleted. You'll end up with a formed broken spirit if you know that someone in your life is a manipulator, that they're very controlling. There are degrees to this. So much so that it could be really dangerous for you to be around people who are controlling and manipulative. The fourth type of person you should stay away from are negative people. These are the type of people that, and I want to preface this, life is full of imperfection and flaws. For example, you have an opportunity to achieve something that you've always wanted, and this person always finds a problem with everything. They are full of fear, they're full of doubt, they doubt you, they put you down, they belittle you, they mock you, they essentially just tear away at you. And in the pursuit of a goal or a dream, right? It does not help to be negative. I believe in calling it like it is, and you could do so from a dignified, respectful stance. You could say, hey, this situation is not good, and that is what it is. But negative people would be like, this situation is not good, it's all your fault. They blame, they do so much else. They have destructive tendencies that won't actually help solve a situation. Criticism, there are two types of criticism. There's constructive and destructive. If a person's not giving you constructive criticism and they're tearing you down and they're not actually assessing the problem and they are attacking your character, and instead of giving you constructive criticism, providing you with really solid, grounded advice, they at every point find the worst case scenario. They catastrophize a situation. They say, who are you to think that you really are deserving of an opportunity like that? People like that you should stay away from. They have all of these people that I'm mentioning have the power to kill your spirit if you sit around them too long, if you allow yourself to open up to them. And you should find safety within yourself and the ability to communicate in your relationships. If they're your family member and you're not okay with cutting them off, it's tough, it's hard to navigate these relationships. If there's a problem, 9 times out of 10, there's an opportunity to solve the problem. And so having people around you who are solution focused, problem solving focused are really helpful and essential. Because to just sit there and sit in the negative feelings of whatever has occurred without any solution has the capacity to really just derail your life. Depending on the level of severity of the situation, it could really just, if it's minor to something really major, you really want to have someone around you who will be honest and constructive and still know how to deliver a truthful message with tact. The fifth type of person you should stay away from are toxic people. They're an amalgamation of all of these different type of people. They are petty, they are negative, they are cynical, have a message of disempowering either not only you but anyone around them. And until they make the choice to do the healing work, to show up and strive to be a better person, I caution, if you choose to want to open up and share certain parts about yourself intimate parts of yourself with these people, I caution that you be mindful to the extent that you allow these people to have an opinion in your life. People are going to always have opinions. People are always going to criticize and judge. But if you open up and you give these people intimate details about yourself, and you've seen the way that they are, you've seen the way that they behave, are you seeking validation? Are you seeking encouragement, support? They intend to be malevolent and cause harm. They're coming from a position of, I've been hurt and wronged, so I'm naturally just going to continue to do that. Why take the high road? Why not meet people where I'm at? And albeit that's their choice, it doesn't have to be your reality though. You are allowing this person to stay in your life and affect your health, your mental health, your well-being. And so it's important that you remember that you are an empowered person who has the authority, the power over themselves to remove all people who would genuinely cause harm. It's little by little destructiveness. And so right now it may seem not too bad, you may be able to work around it, but compounded over time, when you look back, if you're going to ask yourself, how didn't I respect myself so much? Why would I allow this person in my life to have so much weight and so much power, to really put me in this mindset, to really have all these opinions that were not in my best interest? Why did I do that to myself? I do believe there is one golden rule though, and that is the golden rule of life, and it is treat others how you want to be treated. It is really that simple. And if you violate this contract, if you violate this rule, you simply but just have to look at the quality of your relationships, the quality of your life, and you'll know that you violated it. It's so important to be around people who speak life into you, who want to see your growth and your evolution. When you go out into the world today, tomorrow, whenever you find this video, that you take stock of the people around you and you're very mindful about who you choose to open up and allow in your life. And that you take that dream, that goal, that desire, and you hold it near and dear to your heart, and you only share with people that will want to see you win, that are in your corner, who care about your best interests as much as you should care about your own, as much as you will care about theirs. Thank you so very much for taking the time to listen to me. I hope you have an awesome day. We desire encouragement and we don't get it. People really, they get so discouraged because they don't have that encouragement. They don't have that support. They don't have that attunement and unconditional love from either their family or friends. And you're really deserving of sharing and confiding and wanting to open up to people who would support you. Being around people that can grow and expand with you is super important. And I think it's important to find people that will also support your growth and evolution. For me, growth is one of my core values. I think that just as life is blossoming and evolving, it also is it has a cyclical nature.